In the previous video that we filmed, I asked our younger audience to log off because the content was not appropriate for those of you under 18. That does not apply to this video. This video is for everyone. We had not intended to film any follow-up videos. That was never the intention of our family. It was only because Gabby came into my room saying, "Mama, I want to speak. This is all about me and I haven't been able to speak. And I want to make something perfectly clear to those of you that are now challenging us and our integrity. Silence is not an admission of guilt. Silence is very powerful. When you are dealing with toxic people and toxic environments, silence just means that I'm not engaging with you. I'm not doing this. Furthermore, silence is because we are in the process of seeking legal counsel. That's why I didn't want to put out anything else. I just wanted to protect my family. But when Gabby expressed her wishes, which is another point that we'll touch upon later, she said, "Mama, I want to speak. This video, if this is all because of me, although I had nothing to do with anything." So as a mother, I am respecting her wishes, and the reason why I am here is to protect her and to make sure that everything that she says can also not be held against her, because there's a number of attacks that are being directed at our family. But I wanted you to hear directly from us the truth or our side of the story about some of the accusations. But most of all, I wanted you to hear directly from Gabby what this has done to her, how she feels about all of this, because she hasn't had her say yet. So Gabby, the floor is yours, the stage is yours. What do you want to say?
Being a girl in this situation and being targeted as a girl is very, very hard. I have never spoken to this man in my life. I've never had any contact with him, and I feel that I should say what I want to say. I'm not going to stay silent any longer, and I'm not going to let this person dig into me and spread lies about me and my family and the people that I love any longer. But it does get to a point where it's hard when people are doing things to you and you feel like you can't do anything in that situation. So I really want to speak up and show you that I have a strong character that doesn't only tell jokes in videos and doesn't only make stupid posts on Instagram and funny, weird TikToks. Like, I want you to know that I have a voice too, and that just because I'm a girl doesn't give you the floor to objectify me. So now I want to discuss Killick's live streams. One of them in which I think he said, like, the Bee family lied. We didn't lie about anything. The only thing we got wrong was his age. Age doesn't play a factor because nobody should be saying that about a 15-year-old. Killick is to a point where he's so aggravated that he's using any single piece of information he can about us. Also, the fact that he's making hour-long live stream, even like 10, I think I saw a live stream that was 10 hours long, and he's just talking about us.
When people are drowning, right, and they're going down into the dirt, they will try to grab at anybody and anything that they can to take down with them, instead of them rising.
And people think that just because you're hiding behind a webcam on YouTube Live doesn't give you the option to make comments and nasty, vulgar references about my body.
Because there's a human being that you're talking about.
There's a person. I'm a person. I have a brain. I have feelings. I have a heart.
And there are so many other things that you should be doing right now as a 15-year-old girl. But instead, we are defending ourselves.
Sorry, I'm just trying to hold back the tears because it's so scary for other girls. Like, I'm sorry guys, I never cry.
You never cry.
I never cry ever, and I never want to cry on social media, but if it takes this to show you what it really does to people, then I will show my true emotions. I'm not for people who sob on social media and try to gaslight their followers and make them feel bad, but this is serious. And I don't want for there to be a future for young girls like me to experience this fear of being online. I want platforms like YouTube and Twitch and Facebook and Instagram to monitor the people that they put on a platform. I don't want people to think that they have free range to say whatever they want to say and not realize that their actions have consequences. I want people to know that you should feel safe on the internet. That
It's okay, baby. Take your time, say what you want to say.
I just never felt so overcome before, and I try to hide behind my videos and my TikToks and make it seem like everything's okay and post pictures with my friend and let you guys know that I'm doing okay. But inside it's really eating me up because people like Killick think that he can go on YouTube Live and say anything about my family and not realize what it's actually doing. And so yeah, that's just my message to you. And I'm really sorry for getting so riled up and crying. I really don't want you guys to see me like this, especially my fans.
Baby, I think
and
you're
followers.
justified. I think you're justified. I think people need to see the reality
Yeah.
of what this does.
I'm done like hiding behind a smile and like hiding behind the silly content that I make and people not taking me seriously. Like this is really serious, guys. I don't even know who this guy is. Like I don't even have any history with him. I've never spoken or exchanged a word with him in my life.
So, as far as history goes, maybe this is a good time to bring your brother in and give you a break.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why I wanted you to be here is because I want to make it perfectly clear, because people are saying that this all happened because my son bullied Killick.
Right.
And that none of this would have happened had you not gone to bully him. This is not a situation that you should have been put in. And I want you to also be able to defend yourself.
Of course. So to start off, I know that Killick has been talking a lot on his streams, and regardless of what he's been saying on his channel, Killick was the one to start all of this drama on his channel.
I don't want this to come off as I'm defending my son. If my son was guilty as a Latina mother, as any parent, I would be the first person to hold my son accountable. I have always said to my children, if you ever do something wrong, I will hold you accountable before the police hold you accountable. That's my job as a parent. I wanted you to state your case. I wanted us to provide the evidence so that then people have it. So at least they have both sides of the story, because I don't want it to seem like, well, the AB family is silent. They must be guilty. That is not the case. Your first interaction with him is...
He says something about my sister. I've never talked to Killick in my life. This was 8 months ago. So I was in a YouTube live stream with another verified creator. I was talking to him, and Killick continued to just spew a bunch of toxicity, the same toxicity that he's saying right now about my sister. So this is the footage from 8 months ago, and this is what he said about my sister.
That's what we do now?
No, I didn't hide you,
That's
bro.
what we do.
All I
You
was talking
hit me.
about.
Yeah, you did, bro. You hit me, bro. Cause
Hey, yo,
bro,
that was a
Gabriella
mod,
B,
that was a mod,
cause Gabriella B sucking on me.
Yo,
He
hey,
taking
yo,
BBCs,
hey, yo,
bro.
hey, yo, stop being so toxic, bro. Stop being so toxic, Killick. Damn. Damn, this is just GPO beef, bro. You don't have to be like
I'm just
actually.
saying, bro. Gabriella's sucking on balls. Nigga, what you talking about?
But like, it's the man's sister. It ain't. You don't need to say that. That's like.
Come on.
Nobody gonna do that
Kill
to
it.
me.
Chill. I'm trying to see
Bro,
this
your
movie more,
sister
bro.
gargling on balls. What you talk about? Let's do this.
Calm down,
movie
calm
more.
down, calm
You
down,
gonna
bro.
get clapped. Simple.
All right, bet. Let's.
And we
go
gonna take your channel too.
No, just stop, bro.
So you can see that I never instigated anything with Killick. He was the first one to start all of this. So I also understand that gaming can become sort of a heated place, but on these gaming platforms, there are tools to report people that you think are stepping out of line. So if Killick thought that he was being attacked or harassed by me or anyone else, he should have taken those tools and used them to make sure that he reported. But he stepped out of line and he went to go talk about my sister and my family.
You never told us about any of this, and we've actually been very upset with you because you didn't tell us. We actually got footage from fans. It's the fans that sent us this stuff because, as they have in the last 10 years, saying, you should see this, check this out. And so we actually came to you and said, what happened? Why didn't you tell us this? And you said, I thought I could handle it myself in the game, which, by the way, I had no idea that these games can get so heated, and I get it. It's a lot of ego and toxicity in there, and people don't know how to deal with it. But at the end of the day, there's just certain things that you don't do. You don't go after people's family members. This just goes to show why something really big has to happen for this to finally change for everyone. Because if I can't get justice for my daughter, who is a daughter of the Bee family, imagine these other girls, what kind of justice they can get.
For girls who don't even have a platform online, imagine.
So we're not just doing this for you.
No.
We're doing this for everybody.
All I wanted to say is that our space on YouTube and my account, it's a safe space for everybody. And I don't want it to turn into a disgusting environment. I want people to feel safe when they watch my videos.
And that's why we're doing this, not just for ourselves, but to change the world.
Well then, I don't want to cry because I don't want to like appear weak.
Whoa, crying is not weak, Gabby.
No, but like the thing is like, crying isn't weak.
It's not weakness. We have to cry. We have to let those emotions out and not trap them in. You have to.
But I've just like never really agreed with people who like cry on social media and like make their followers feel bad for them. I don't want to guilt trip you guys. Like, the last thing I want to do is lie to you guys, but this is how I really feel. And all I want to say is thank you. I'm so grateful for my family and my supporters who are constantly sending me beautiful messages, and I'm sorry I can't respond to all of you, but I'm so grateful, and you have no idea how much a comment, even with just a heart, does for me. And knowing that there's people who have my back really mean a lot to me. And so just knowing that I have a really supportive fan base. I don't even like to call you guys fans because it like gives me this weird like ego feeling that I'm bigger than you guys and that you guys are like my little like
They're really
fans.
like family.
No, you guys are my
And so in the
family
last video,
members.
I said, you know, you guys, some of you see our kids as nieces and
Like
nephew
brothers and sisters.
And someone said, well, that's just creepy. That's weird. No, it's not, because when you come from a dysfunctional family and we don't talk to any of our relatives, cousins, anything, we have a chosen family. We have friends who we see as family and cousins who are not blood relative, but they are our chosen family.
Yeah.
And so our internet people, the community that we created, you are our chosen family.
Yeah, you guys are like, before I wanted to end this video, I wanted to just say thank you. Like, just thank you for all of the endless love that I'm getting, and that you guys outweigh all of the hate, and that there's so many of you and there's so much love that I'm just so overwhelmed. And not even overwhelmed, I'm just so grateful that I have such a supportive follower base. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you so much. And I'm so grateful for you guys. And thank you so much for being there for me. Like, my followers being there for me is the same feeling as my family being there for me. And so, not only thank you for protecting me, but thank you for protecting the other women in the world who go through the same thing. And so don't only leave positive messages for me, also support the other women who don't have platforms, and create an outlet for women to be protected. Thank you.
Just remember, Gabby, our family has always been a source of light in the world. And where the light is really bright, the darkness is also equally as powerful. So don't forget that. There is so much light here. There's also a lot of darkness, because there's always that battle that never ends in this world. And every time something good is about to happen, something bad is trying to stop it. So don't forget that, Gabby, okay? In the end, the truth and goodness, what is right and righteousness, always wins.